Yo. Hey. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hey, I ain't got the thing to get the link to share the joint and shit, right? Trail Alchemy. I ain't get the YouTube slipping, man. They need to just fucking have a button where you can share a link to add motherfuckers to your live video, man. I don't know what the fuck they waiting on. They tripping. But crypto scales, what up? What's good? I stimulate minds. What's happening? Solar Mike, man, where you been at, man? John Jones. Oh, me and my boo broke up today. Oh shit. Kim Bailey, what up? I'm sorry, Kim. I swear, man. I was a day early with my reports too, and I had you marked off. That mean I had it, but I just didn't upload and send it. And then the way my computer is set up, once I turn it off and turn it on, anything that I save on my desktop automatically deletes itself unless I save it on my D drive. What's up? Sajda? What's going on? Nah, man, be quiet. You here to learn, man. So, yo, I was listening to this one dude on the podcast, Trail Alchemy. I swear for God, you didn't. Can I just say what I want to say, man? You and this nigga, then y'all done hooked up. I'm convinced this nigga's whole motherfucking conversation, ayahuasca, 3D, 5D. Hell no. I'm like, oh no, this nigga got this shit from whoopty whoop. She must have been rocking with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? He out in California. Well, he was out in California and shit. Divine, he go by the name. His whole thing is divine masculine and shit. And I'm like, let me find out she fucking homeboy. You know? I was like, oh, okay. I swear for God, this nigga is talking 3D versus 5D relationships. And I was like, oh, hell no. It's only one person that say that shit. Unless she got the game from him. You know what I'm saying? And so, totally, I fuck with dude. I'm fucking with it. I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, but what up, man? What up, everybody? So everybody in the building, man, y'all gotta click the thumbs up real fast. So we can just make it match the people in the room. So we can alert folks. You know what I'm saying? Matt Moses, I'm a Scorpio. I keep attracting Gemini and Aquarius girls. So where's your moon at? Where's Venus at? If you're a Scorpio, you ain't gonna have Venus over there. I would question where your moon is at. And if you have any other planets over there, such as Mars or Saturn, the moon is going to be the only feminine planet that has a possibility of being over there. Everything else, Venus won't. Everything else, man, if it's Saturn or Mars, it could be a little bit karmic. You know, you got Cancer moon, but you keep getting Venus, you keep getting Gemini and Aquarius, girl. So what's your rising sign? And do you have anything in them signs? Nadira, what up? What's going on? OG Bruce Lee, what it do? What it do? What's good? Scorpio exalted with Aquarius. But what's in Aquarius? What's there? I'm trying to see if you got a planet somewhere in Scorpio or in your rising is Scorpio. Okay, so they on your head. I'm not really a fan of relationships that sit in the first house on the AC per se, because the DC in the chart is what you're looking for in relationships, and the AC is the furthest point, complete opposition from that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tanisha, don't start no shit up in here. Run from Aquariuses. Hey, you hear that? Hey, Trill Alchemy. She done had her a couple Aquariuses and shit. She may second that motion and shit. You know. Um Phil, what up? What up? What up? Shorty was a Leo ascendant. Ooh, so Leo ascendant square Scorpio ascendant. So y'all whole shit is at a 90. Not necessarily bad, very challenging, but it could be masterful if you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so True Alchemy, you saying run? That's how you feel? That's how you feel? Y'all ain't running no damn where. Cut it out. Cut it out. And so I need the Rick Ross. He had a gavel on his desk. I need the gavel and shit. I'm getting me one of those shits too. You know what I mean? That's what the worshipful master is. The worshipful master is supposed to have the gavel. Oh shit! Damn, y'all, they see how they feel up in here. Run, they full of shit. Damn, they full of shit. That's how you feel. See, I thought about you today too. I thought about as I was hearing this conversation about soulmates and twin flames. That ain't why I thought about you. I thought about you in the context of it was a conversation that was about conversation was about spiritual women, spiritual men, and when you the difference between one that is and one that ain't, right? And it made me think about how you pretty much Erica Badu the nigga and had him cut off his motherfucking eyebrows, nigga. Don't get me started. So I was thinking about how you can potentially short circuit somebody, right? You see this with the Erica Badu in the sense where you think that, you know, it appears to be that men go through this phase and they come out differently. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent even mentioned Rihanna has that effect on men as well. And I can dig it because, you know, some people are based off your perception. It's not that they're not that, but also your perception of the person is everything, because your perception of the person is going to dictate your receptivity to a person. And so if I'm not open to you and I reject you, then I got a defense up, and it's possible that you can't bestow all your heavenly, you know, powers upon me because I'm not ready to receive it. Not even I'm not ready to receive it. I don't even want to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Super Aunt being what up? What up? You know what I'm saying? And so this made me think that, can you short circuit a person? If you on high with one energy, this person on this motherfucking particular plane, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're on the spiritual science shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, this person is a regular civilian, as they call them, right? You fucking civilians. And then next thing you know, these niggas is cutting off their motherfucking hair. They cutting off their eyebrows and shit. And they walking around this motherfucker cuckoo for cuckoo puffs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's interesting. It's interesting. So, all right, man, listen, click the thumbs up button. This is a pre-warmer. We're gonna get into this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you keep fucking with civilians. That's your thing. You know what I mean? That's your thing, I guess. What up, Young Bosses TV? What up? What up? What up? What up, man? I want to come on your TV show. You know what I'm saying? Madam Stardust. Man, I'm super reluctant to marriage. What's up with that? That's interesting. So yeah, I mean, it's layers to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do that come from? Have you seen dysfunction? Have you seen anything in your physical environments that say, "Oh, I can't fuck with that institution of marriage"? You know what I'm saying? So I would start there. For sure, we can pull up some chart shit and look at some shit. Um, it can also stem from, just the nature of your soul. You know what I'm saying? That could be a subconscious thing that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, that could be some past life shit that's going on. You know what I mean? What'd you say, King AJ? We not speaking past that hat though. Did you design? Nah, man, this hat is one of them planes hat, man. That's that Emery, that yeah, Jay-Z best friend created planes and shit. The paper airplanes and shit. So I got this particular one. Where was this from? Oh, one of the big malls. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, that's the plain hat. You know what I mean? All right. So I'm in a relationship with a woman. We constantly argue because of infidelity on my part. Oh shit. And things that she's been through in the past. She's an Aquarius. Oh shit. And I'm a Libra. What do I think? I think the roles are reversed. Usually the Aquarius is doing some shit. And Libra is the more clingy one. But this is why you got to know this stuff. And you got to know this stuff in totality. So look, man. It's interesting because we were just having this conversation, me and my cousin last night, who came over here at the end of the live I was on last night. And he's mentioned that he rather has something new than try to fix something that's broke, because things that are broken will never be the same as the original ever, 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 ever again. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible when the human mind wants to decide and make a decision. You know what I'm saying? The catalyst or the friction that you guys had, the infidelity, absolutely could serve as some type of fuel of regeneration, but both people have to be willing to step through that particular fire and allow that to happen. Oftentimes what happens is, um, I don't even think people may be aware of it. The person that's hurt about some shit, they subconsciously use that as a pain, a point of pain, a crutch. And they can always cry and call that card on you. And it's an excuse to be on some bullshit and not to be in, not to forgive and go to their higher self, to be honest with you. So infidelities is just one of the many, some of the steps that's on the lower realm of on our journey to climb the stairs to evolution and whatnot. Um, and this is, cosmically speaking, this is known as Plutonian consciousness, Pluto. The planet Pluto represents sex, secrets, manipulation, dark forces, control, and power. And so what happens is when you tap a law, you activate every potential within that law. You got to really understand this. Okay. This is no different than when you fuck with Neptune in the imagination. You're also tapping in the law that represents delusion. And so it's only delusional if you don't manifest the shit that's in your motherfucking imagination. Right. But these are the same laws. So the infidelity, the power, the control and shit is used to simply do that, to reign power over you. Because for me to give up blaming the white man for everything, for me to give up the idea of a they, for me to give up and forgive, you for, violating me, I relinquish the control and power that I had over you, and I don't want to give that up. And I'm telling you, the illest thing about the whole shit is I'm not aware that I'm actually playing this mind game. I'm not even aware of it. You see what I'm saying? And so to me, it's funny, but it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? It's funny to me because I marvel at the psychology of creation, because it's beautiful. You know what I mean? And so, um, I think, in my opinion, man, that's just a real life conversation that need to be had. Like, hey, do you really want to move forward and work on forgiveness? And then you got to really get at the core of your own infidelity. You know what I'm saying? For you, you know what I'm saying? Is that something? Is that who you are? You know what I'm saying? As a person, do the relationship even really mirror who you are? You know what I'm saying? Are you going? I call it jumping the fence. Are you going to jump the fence ever again? You know what I'm saying? Or it's out your system type of thing. You know what I mean? Only you can answer that for yourself and know who you are, man. You know what I mean? All right. So, super Aunt Ben, I appreciate you. Um, yeah. I ain't hit it. I need to go on a 3-day fast though. I ain't going on a 3-day fast. I mean, it's about that time. No, it's about that time for me to hit another 3 days. All right. So, what's today's topic, man? Let me scroll up. Today's topic, real fast. I want you to intuitively feel the subject. I can't even see the subject. So, what was the subject, man? Where's Sanchi and Jason at? Where they at? So today's subject is who is slash was your lover. And I ain't talking about past like was, I'm talking about your ex nigga. I ain't talking about that. I want you to feel and intuitively just feel. Feel me on this. I want you to feel if you can sense any commonality that transcends boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. I want you to go deeper than that. Okay? I want you to go deeper. I want you to see, sense, or feel this person who you have in your mind. Were they a lover from the past? If so, were they, is this stemming from some bad shit that happened from the past? Was it really, or is it really your enemy? Is it a lover that turned enemy? Can you see, sense, or feel that it was your mother at one point in time? Can you see, sense, or feel if it was your brother, your father? And the reason I'm asking you this is because I know that we have to grow into understanding the vastness of the eternal soul. What I mean is, if you are a part of the creator, meaning I always say it, heartbeat, brainwave, consciousness, light, that's infinite. Okay. And so since that's infinite, then you've already entangled yourself up with people who you met many times before. So can you see, sense, or feel what the nature of whatever this relationship you're thinking about right now, what is the nature of that union? It could be a relationship with your physical mama this time, but you and your physical mama don't fucking rock with each other at all, because the feeling that you get feels like this was a whatever jealous sister, or this was, whatever. Can you see, sense, or feel what it is? Now, you can pull it, hopefully you can be able to pull it from your intuitive self, your higher self. But there's ways in a chart for you to be able to compare your chart and another person's chart and be able to, it's called synastry, and be able to understand the aspects between the two planets. Let me be clear. So for example, if someone has, let's say, Mars in Leo, and I have Mars in Aquarius, this is Mars opposite Mars. So let's just say in this particular relationship, it's one of fights and quarrels, and it's a lot of anger that's there. The overall vibe of the relationship, anyway, if you be honest about it, feels like you fucking with a competitive enemy from the past, right? Because Mars represents competitive enemies. You understand? It represents anger. And your Mars to their Mars right now is in opposition to each other when both of you were born. And this could produce conflict. Now, the planet by itself doesn't necessarily denote what it is. You have to look at the overall theme and be able to use the intuition, the higher self, to be able to see, sense, or feel by paying attention to, the relationship, the vibe of what it is / was. Okay. So I always like to reference the work of Dr. Brian Weiss. Okay. This is some serious shit, man. It gets no more quantum than this shit right here. This particular work is just fucking mind blowing. It's phenomenal. When you start getting into the case studies where people have been in a relaxed state, I call it art, advanced relaxation technique. You may call it, it's also known as hypnosis. Okay. When you're in a state where you can access your subconscious mind, the real Akashic record within you, all right, then people are seeing that, wait a minute, this person actually, the person in the vision, that's my mama, but it's a different person, but that's my mama. Okay. This is real shit. There's tons of case studies about this shit. Okay. I give you the precise book. It's called Past Life. What is it? Past Life Memories. The Transformational Power of Past Life Memories by Dr. Brian Weiss, the blue book. Okay. Nothing but case studies. People telling their stories. All right. And the kicker is there's healing that takes place within that. So you can't write it off as being bogus because people have healed themselves from some shit. Okay. So the dynamics of relationships change, ladies and gentlemen. There's a very popular video on reincarnation by a little boy by the name of James. I forget his last name, but he was a World War II pilot who, as a little kid, had advanced knowledge of engines and airplanes, and that's all he used to fuck with was airplanes. And he used to talk about how he was driving the airplane. Mommy, man down, man down. And he had a thorough knowledge about this. You've seen this on YouTube. If you haven't, you need to look at this shit, okay? Because this is the shit that we really, really got to get into. All right. And so they start digging up the information and records, and lo and behold, everything he said checked out. He even met his sister when he was a World War II pilot. He died in World War II, and he actually met his sister. I think the sister name was Annie or something. They went to her house, and he told her, like, hey, we got something in the little treasure box. And she was like, oh, yeah, it's right here, and pulled this shit out. Now, here's the funny part about this shit. Hear me closely, ladies and gentlemen. His name, and I think this is his name, but even if it's not, it's the same name. His name in this lifetime is James. But in the previous life, his name was fucking James. Now, here's the question. This is what you really got to ponder. So you got to have intellectual curiosity when you fuck with this, okay? So here's the question. Where did mom and dad get that idea to name this dude James, which is going to correspond to a future event of James coming through and saying, oh shit, I used to be James in the past? Where did that come from? You see what I'm saying? In this, my friend, because it can only mean two things. It can only mean two things. One, there's a part of our brain that knows some shit before our conscious understanding of the shit that's going to come into our reality. That's possible in the sense of when something tells you to look at the clock and you look at the clock and it's 333 or it's 111 or it's that number that you always see. What the fuck told you to look there? Okay. So potentially, and studies have been conducted by the Heart Math Institution, that the heart in of itself as well, and some studies has been done with the brain, shows that you are picking up information, factual information about your environment before your conscious attention gets put on it. So now that means there's a part of us that we are unaware, totally unaware of this supercomputer that we have within. That's one. And or two, there is an external sender. Hey, take a look. Look right there. Oh shit. Go to license plates again. There's an external sender that is sending you the message. Okay? Either way it goes, we are not consciously aware of the phenomena on purpose. I'm going to have a baby named James, and James is going to be a reincarnation of another James. They don't have no knowledge of this. Okay? All right. So the dynamics of relationships change. Meaning, you can be husband and wife today, but previously, this is, you were, mother and whatever, son. Okay? This is real shit. Seriously. So if you start to, here's a homework assignment. Okay? This is a homework assignment. When you know your own birth chart, go to astro.com. You must know your time of birth in order to do this, though. You must know your time of birth. I'll give you a little bit of game here. If you know your time of birth, put in your birth chart. Then I want you can change the chart to an extended chart selection, go to synastry, partner, put in whoever you want to put in, okay? And compare them. And I want you to pay attention to their sun sign first, or if they got a cluster of planets all sits in one of your houses. Let me give you an example. So my third house is what? What's my third house? What the hell is my third house? My third house, I think, is I don't know. Shit. It's intercepted. So say my third house is Leo. Okay. So if my third house is Leo, then say I meet a person that's a Leo and they're hella Leo, right? Hella mean they got Sun in Leo, Mercury in Leo, Venus in Leo. Like they got a lot of planets in Leo. But Leo is my third house. The third house is siblings. So now this person activates my house of siblings. Now pay attention to the nature of the relationship, because this person sits in my third house, the house of siblings. If a person sits in your fourth house, that is the parental axis. More of a mommy type of feel, but sometimes it can come off as daddy, but and energy is a two-way street. It don't mean that they're my mom. I could have been their mom. You see, understand what I'm saying? the parental axis is activated, which means by proxy, if somebody sits in your 10th house, the other side of the parental axis is activated. Okay? If you sit in the 5th house, this is very interesting because this is the house of lovers, romance, but also the lover of children as well. Okay? Now, if you sit in the 7th, hallelujah, this is relationships. You sit in the 8th, hallelujah, this is sex, secret relationships. Okay? All right. The 9th is more of distant family. It could be like nieces, nephews, or in-laws type of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? The 11th is your friends. The 12th, dig this. The 12th is your secret enemies. Did you know that? The 12th house is your secret enemies. In the Eastern, they say 6th house is your open enemies. Western, we say the 7th house is your open enemies as well. Ain't that some shit? Your open enemy and your marriage partners, the same motherfuckers, right? And so, man, I'm gonna try my best to stop cussing in 2022. But I really think my message is just to spit the street gospel, man. That gives me my pass. I'm the street minister. I think I'm about to go back to the bow tie and call myself the street minister. You know what I mean? But understand these houses and give me some examples in the chat. I want you to analyze your shit, your chart. Put a person in there and see where they fit at. Okay? Let's see where they fit. Because again, you know, if it's the 3rd, it could be brothers and sisters. The 4th is parental axis. The 5th is children axis is activated. Okay? 6th house I like. It's more like work and health and stuff. 7th I like because it's about relationships. I like the 5th too because it's supposed to be about romance. But I want you just to understand those houses and dig a little deeper and see if you can sense that connection that's there. All right. So here go Trill Alchemy, right? 12th house is Virgo for her. My mom's is a Virgo. Arch nemesis from a past life. Okay. Now, if her mom sits in her 12th house, the 12th house it can only, so this is the thing with energy. It's a two-way street. Do you want to tap the positive side of the battery or the negative side of the battery? Something has to manifest, and sometimes it can be both. So the 12th house is really supposed to be about spiritual realization. The 12th house is the final motherfucking house. That's when you graduate. That's when everything is done. Jesus rolling with the motherfucking 12 disciples. The goddamn 12, what's them boys' name? Tribes of Israel. Genesis, what's that? 48, Genesis 49, one of the two. Jacob is, describing to his sons the inheritance and all that shit, which really talking about the zodiac signs and shit. The 12th house is where you come into the highest state of consciousness. I talk about it. It's known as transcendental consciousness. If a person sits in your 12th and y'all ain't talking about spirit, in fact, fuck not even talking about it, y'all, they can't even relate to you, run. There ain't nothing there. Listen, that's dangerous because that means that the opposite side is about to get invoked. I don't believe in being neutral. That's like playing football and the offensive line and they ain't blocking and shit. Like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being neutral. You know what? We ain't being neutral. No. That's the house of spiritual realization. So you know, they think you weird. You know, you on some new shit. It's an older generation versus a new generation and shit. So no. They sit in your 12. Yeah, they your enemy for sure. You know what I'm saying? They your enemy. You know what I'm saying? So, where they sit at. So this is how you can start to, you know what I mean, sense and feel. And if you got to use the chart as a science, you know what I mean, I think you should. It's fun homework, help you grow and evolve. You know what I'm saying? Do that. 12th house is Cancer, my sister. Rest in peace is a Cancer. Okay. What was the nature of the relationship, though? You know, what's the nature of the relationship? You know what I mean? Yeah. So the planets will start to tell you some shit. You gotta watch Mars though. That's the one. You gotta watch Mars. You know what I'm saying? Gotta watch them. Because a person's sun sign could be exactly where your Mars is. And now that can trigger a negative masculine thing. That was competition somewhere along the line. And not even competition, that literally could have been, that could have been war at some point. And in this lifetime, it comes off as, the parent, say if it's a parent, father and son thing, the parent feel like they gotta try to outshine the son, or the parent's disposition irritates the fuck out of the son. You understand what I'm saying? And it feels like comp. It don't feel like father and son. You understand what I'm saying? And so you can start to piece the puzzle together. All right. And that's really it, man. This ain't hard. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be long. It ain't hard. Who was or is your lover? Okay. Now, I heard some shit. Let's get on some other shit. All right. So I heard some shit today. And I've been saying this shit for years. I've been saying what this dude said, the new power couple. So y'all gotta watch out, Jay-Z and Beyonce. The new power couple is the couple that understands this kind of shit, spirituality, and practices and demonstrates the shit every day. That's the new power couple. It don't mean you can't be a power couple if you ain't, you get what I'm saying. You demonstrate it, you live it, you aligned in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You align. And I was like, whoa, goddamn. You on to some shit. Mike P, what up, man? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? You on to some shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, listen, man, yesterday, right, my cuz came over, right? If y'all was here on the live yesterday, my cuz came through. And I asked the nigga, I was like, man, I said, cuz, old man, I'm at a point in my life, man. I'm at my midlife crisis. I said, have you ever thought that, half your life is over? And the nigga said, nah, I ain't never thought about that. Now, this nigga is born exactly 7 days after me. This is why I can understand why motherfuckers don't believe in astrology. Because y'all remember back in the day, what was that TV show? The twin brothers. They was on MTV. Chance and what was the other brother? But one of them died. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to the one that died and shit. But you got twins. One can be dead. Like you know my story. I got twin daughters. One is alive. One is dead. You understand what I'm saying? And so I can see how people won't believe in astrology because you you can have twins that got two totally different motherfucking destinies. So these niggas is born because they twins, my cousin, but the one, they born 7 days after me, same fucking year, like exactly 7 days later. There goes Sanchia. What up? What up, Miss Glow? Right. So 7 days later. So that technically means like, okay, maybe they, the time that they was born puts, energy in different spots for sure and shit. But the goddamn sun potentially could be in the same place, but it ain't because I'm a late Aquarius, so that puts them in Pisces and shit. But some of the personal shit is still the same. You know what I mean? Mercury, motherfucking Mars, and shit, Venus and shit. And it dawned on me, it just always does, where man, everybody, it's the state of consciousness that matters. That's the absolutely most important thing to all this shit, because that's what you're defining. You have to see, think about what I just told you earlier. You have to make a decision on how you analyzing the person based off of what? The experience. What is the experience based off of? The experience is based off of the motherfucker's actions, their thoughts and their actions, and your thoughts and your actions, and how that shit coalesce or crash with each other. So it's the state of consciousness that has to be evaluated. And so I'm in awe, like, what the fuck you mean? Like, you ain't had the thought, like, nigga, I'm about to be 45 in fucking 2 months. What, you ain't thought like, yo, shit, half my motherfucking life over, nigga. I'm at a midlife crisis point in my life, right? You ain't thought about this shit? It ain't never dawned on you? You know what I'm saying? And then it takes me back to the Quran, and this verse that talks about how this seal is over certain people's eyes and their ears and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not their time in their particular journey, right? So my cousin, he off the motherfucking chain. That nigga, he'll tell you. He off the chain, off the chain. You know what I'm saying? I actually want to make a reality TV show on this nigga. He off the chain because he funny as a motherfucker, but he off the motherfucking chain. Like, and I know the nigga don't mind me telling. This nigga was on the phone with a girl and shit yesterday, right? And he like, yeah, I'm just chilling with my cousin and shit. He was like, hold on, y'all. This is the Prime Minister, man. What up, Drew? I'm on live. What's good?
Oh, you live?
Yeah. Oh, he hung up and shit. And so he like, hey, Chuck, Chuck, that's me. So, hey, Chuck, man, this girl, man, I used to just, and she on the phone and shit, right? And he like, man, me and her ain't never did nothing, man. I used to just go over her house, man, and I just used to lick on the cootie cat. Didn't I? And she was like, yeah. He like, but I licked that shit good, didn't I? And she like, yes, he did. And I'm sitting up here like, I'm kind of like in culture shock and shit, right? And I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, I thought that shit was supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, this is wild to me. You know what I'm saying? Totally, totally wild. But he one of them wild niggas. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's funny as shit. Man. That's my nigga though. It's funny as fuck, right? So I'm looking at this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of this shit as well, right? I swear to God, this is a true story. I'm not bullshitting you. I'll call this nigga right now. This nigga, and he blamed my dad too. He blames my dad because my dad is the one that introduced us to Playboy magazine, Hustler, and like we seen all that shit. Vanessa Del Rio. My dad got pictures with the biggest porn star in the world, the OG grandma porn and shit is Vanessa Del Rio. This thing got a personal Polaroid picture of her and swears up and down he's the reason why she came to the city back in the day at the club and shit, because he requested her from the manager at the club, and next thing you know, she was there. And so, so the day, I'm rolling and shit, nigga hit me up and he like, nigga, I just seen you in that I just seen your ass in big ass Bumblebee, because I got this bright ass yellow truck and shit. So I'm like, yeah, where you at? I'm like, nigga, I'm about to go handle some shit over one of my tenants. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, man. I said, so what you do, man? You went over to a girl house and shit? Like, yeah. Now, this nigga had just remember if y'all saw me on live, it was a truck that was parked outside. And I was on remember, I was looking on my ring camera and I was like, the fuck is this truck that's right there? Then they pulled off. That was him. He pulled off and left and he went to go get some cooch. Then come back, talk shit to another one, and then about to go over her house and get some again from another person, right? And so I'm thinking like, man, this little double dipping ass nigga. Now I'm like, see, when you get conscious, this shit, certain shit just start to play out after a while. You know what I'm saying? You start to become too conscientious of certain shit. You understand what I'm saying? And so, trust me, I used to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Not too far from that nigga. You know what I mean? And so I'm looking at this shit, and so I'm going down the highway. He buzzed me because he see me going the opposite way and shit. And he was supposed to be at a job at 8 o'clock. And the nigga, I'm like, nigga's damn near 10:30, nigga. What the fuck? You almost 3 hours late, nigga. What you doing? Oh man, we went to Bob Evans and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, oh, I swear to God, a girl called and like when he was on the phone with her, she had all these kids and shit. This was the other chick. He would not the one that he had, the one that admitted that he can eat pussy real good, not her. Okay. And so YouTube don't block me, I'm sorry, but this already put it's not for kids, but whatever and shit. So um it was somebody else, and it was so funny and shit because he was when he ended up talking to this chick, she had the kids. You can tell her energy was distracted because you can hear the kids in the background and shit. So the next thing you know, like an hour or so passed, she called this nigga and she's like, "What you doing?" He like, "Shit, still over here with my cousin." And I can hear her and shit. And she's like, "Oh, okay, well, I just the kids that put the kids to bed already, and I just got out the tub." And it was like basically what I told her now. So, oh, basically, nigga, the kids are sleeping, the pussy clean, nigga. Go. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my point is, let me bring this shit home, right? So my point is, I'm looking at this shit, and when he called me, I can just hear he's tired physically. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga done had two sexual experiences in the same night, in the same day. Then went to Bob Evans and shit to eat some animal and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so now you 2 hours behind, but your life force. So shout out to Gates, the Aquarian. Kevin Gates was just on about a month or so ago. He was on Drink Champs and he was trending, and he was talking about semen retention. You understand what I'm saying? And he was talking about semen retention and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because as men, when we ejaculate, you know how that should be, nigga. You want to go smoke a cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I always be like, man, I need a cigarette. And in my mind, I'm smoking them, like because you need it because vital life force has just left your body, literally, right? All that atomic energy you have, but the things that the energy that produce life has just left your body. Now, I know through experience that you can lose semen, but you got to learn how not to lose the push that is ejected in semen. Those are two totally different things. So in Taoism, they teach you that the feeling right before you're about to ejaculate, the ultimate climax, that's the orgasm. The orgasm is not the explosion. We've been fooled to think that that's the shit, the mini death, as it's called. And it starts to drain the bones in the cavities, start to create cavities in the body, and starts to take your life force. Until you come across a 5D motherfucker, a motherfucker who on some shit, on some science, and then your motherfucking and your mind is aligned, and then this shit can get totally motherfucking energetic, like Latasha Glow just said. You start glowing and shit, and you can start to create some halos around this motherfucker. Can I get a hello? Huh? Can I get an amen on that shit? I'll tell you how to do this shit. It's called. Well, where's she at? Let's see. Let's see. It's called the Lemurian thrust. Okay. Now, then the shit don't become motherfucking draining anymore. You understand what I'm saying? It becomes energetic because now you are using the act in itself for a specific purpose. See, what happens is, I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been told you this shit. We gotta do this shit. I want to make a podcast album because there's a series of conversations that I really want to motherfucking really hammer on and put some nice little cool ass little radio instrumentals type shit to it. You know what I'm saying? And really, really get some shit off my motherfucking chest. Okay. All right. See, Trill Alchemy know what I'm talking about. Okay. And so you have to let me rewind. When you get on this motherfucking shit, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you now, and I think all you already know. So this is for like brand new motherfuckers. Be careful because this path is lonely. The path is called in the East. It's called self-realization. This shit ain't called couple realization. This ain't called marriage realization. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't called that. This shit is called self-realization. Okay? So as you start to ascend in information, what the nigga, can we even have a conversation about the zodiac? And you understand that shit? Can I have a conversation about fucking fifth dimensional energies and Reiki and things of that nature? Can I have a conversation about the meridians in your body? Can we have a conversation? Are you even interested in the 4 lobes in your goddamn head? The 4 chambers in your heart? You understand what I'm saying? Are you even interested in this shit? The 4 blood types, right? Are you even, like, can we have this conversation? Let alone synchronicities and numbers and angelic meanings and shit. Let alone some Tantra, some fucking Hebrew, some Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, the Zohar, some Egyptian shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you start to get on this shit and you start to go up in information and expand in consciousness, the playing field gets smaller and smaller. Okay? It does. It gets smaller. So now your ass is alone. You looking and it's like, oh shit. My partner, who was my partner, shit. I felt we didn't got separated. What the fuck? Oh, you back, you back there. You understand what I'm saying? So this path becomes a lonely motherfucking path, man. I'm telling you, it becomes a lonely motherfucking path. Okay? All right? It's shit. She'll tell you. True Alchemy, when we did the co-show together, you know what I'm saying? She'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't keep a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Because even for women, this ain't got nothing to do with gender. The rules apply. Women can't find a motherfucking nigga that can impregnate their mind. And then niggas can't find a motherfucking woman who he can impregnate her mind. It's a big ass motherfucking gap that's out in this bitch. I'm telling you. All right. So this shit becomes lonely. So the higher you ascend, it's like a mountaintop, a little tippity tip. Only one of us can stand on this motherfucker. Okay? So be careful with this shit. Because if you ain't willing to go through the journey of self and what's called, and this shit is documented, the dark night of the soul, when you feel like your ass is all alone and you misunderstood and you feel like your value and your worth in comparison to society is just nothing, fuck it. You might have suicidal thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you just start questioning everything. If it's all motherfucking energy anyway, is suicide even motherfucking real? You start having all these conversations. The shit you thought you knew back then, you didn't grew out of that shit, and that wasn't the shit. But back then, when you was on that shit, that was the shit, and couldn't nobody tell you shit. But now you didn't grew and you see that wasn't shit. You understand what I'm saying? And now where you at right now, what the fuck makes you think that you ain't gonna keep on growing if you keep on living, and then this shit that you on right now may not be the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So this shit becomes one big ass clusterfuck. Okay? Beautiful. But then you gotta start time out. I gotta take some time for myself, and I gotta get into meditation and shit. Damn, but my mind won't stop racing, so that shit ain't working. Like this some serious shit. And then you still gotta be in this life. You gotta pay bills, you gotta hustle, you taking care of this and that, right? You still doing that, right? You still mommy, you still husband, you still all that, right? Like this shit ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. It is a lonely path. Okay? So beware, because motherfuckers didn't give me that shit, because I might would have thought motherfucking twice about some shit, knowing what I know. You know what I mean? And so when you get to certain points, man, like they say 44 is they call it your pre-birth year, because when you turn 45, all your cards is reset. So there's a system known as the destiny card system. All right. The destiny card system is the playing cards. Okay. And so remember, how many lobes I said you had in your brain? 4. How many chambers in your heart? 4. How many blood types? 4. How many elements that we count in universal law? Because it's a lot of elements, but in universal law, the zodiac, 4: fire, air, earth, water, right? Okay. So now the playing cards ain't nothing but a calendar system. Okay. The hearts is the water, represent the emotion and your feelings. Yeah. The diamonds is the earth, represent the money. The spade could represent the sword, air. The club represents fire, information, or more, not information, more of enthusiasm and passion and drive. Yes, so the aces of all suits represent beginning. 2s is couples joining together, partnerships. 3s, more creativity. 4 is solid foundations. You understand what I'm saying? So it's 4. How many blood types? 4, A, B, O, A, B together. Okay? So you got A, you got B, you got O, and then you got A, B. So you got 4. Okay? So, man, I'm telling you, you get into this thing, this shit is crazy. So all of the cards is nothing more than, a calendar system. Okay, 52 cards in a deck. How many weeks in a year? 52. Right? 13 cards per suit. Right? So when you deal with 13, what are you dealing with? You're dealing with lunar energies, because within the calendar year, 52 weeks, there will be 13 new moons and 12 full moons, or vice versa, 13 full moons and 12 new moons. It's always a 12-13 ratio in a calendar of 365 days. You understand what I'm saying? So these playing cards, everybody is dealt a card. Every day represents a card. Okay. So for me, I'm with Kanye, I'm with 50, I'm a 9 of diamond. You get a second card too. You get like a personality sun card, then you get a second card, which is more called like your planetary ruler card. And then each of the planets also have a card, in your lifeline, in a sense. So you got a Mercury card, you got a Mars card, a Jupiter card, and things of that nature. But you got 2 primary cards, really 1 primary, 1 secondary, in a sense. So I'm a 9 and a 4 diamond. So I'm a double diamond. Okay. So 9 and a 4. I got a little joke. I say I'm a 13 a diamond. Okay. And so when you turn 45, so when you're born fresh out the womb, you're 0 years old, because you're not even a year yet. You go through 7 periods of 52 days. 7 times 52 is what? 7 times 52, 354, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And so there's pretty much, your 364. All right. There go your calendar right there. 365 days, leap year, the big joker. Okay. And so you go through 7 periods of 52 days, starting on your birthday. So on your birthday, you're in your sun cycle. And then for the next 52 days, you'll be in another cycle. And then another 52 days, you'll be in another cycle. You understand what I'm saying? And so now you can take your, again, 52 cards in a deck is symbolic for 52 weeks in a year. But now you can break these 52 cycles down. You can break these 52 weeks down into 7 periods of 52 days, because 7 times 52 is 364. There go your year. Okay. So the layman, the neophyte, not even a neophyte, the unknowing dumb nigga, he's playing spades. He don't even really know he got a calendar system. He plays games. Little babies play games, homie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking the game. You know what I'm saying? But it's a deeper thing to the game. Okay? And so it's a divination system. It's a calendar system, a personality types. And be honest with you, it's the most accurate shit that I've ever come across when it comes to holding your daily card. That shit is crazy. I mean, all that shit is crazy accurate. So when you're born out the womb, from age 0 to 1, here go some cards, nigga, for 52 days that you gonna have. Okay. On your first birthday, so from 1 to 2, here go another set of cards. When you turn 45, the 45th year is equivalent to when you was fresh out the womb. So 45 mirrors age 0 through 1. 46 mirrors age 1 till you about to turn 2. 47 mirrors age 2 till you about to turn 3, and so forth and so forth. At age 45, it's your rebirth year. You're reborn again, and all your cards are reset over. Why? Because it's a good chance, nigga, you're at your midlife crisis point. Half your shit is over. And what happens is, this is known as Uranus opposite Uranus, although that's an average of about 42 years old. Okay. But Uranus take a long time to move. So you can be 45, 3 years can pass, and that motherfucker's still in opposition to where it was. You see what I'm saying? So when you turn 45, 45 is your motherfucking rebirth. 44 is the pre-birth. Get ready. Because next year, nigga, it's about to start all over again. And so what happens is you start to have the midlife crisis is an epiphany where you say, oh shit, half my life is over. I had dreams and I ain't got my dreams. I'm too old to be motherfucking going back to school and trying to be a doctor. I'm too old to, be switching jobs, right? And so you go through some shit because you realize like, oh, oh, I fell short. Okay. Some people may not never have no high expectations and they live in a world of complete detachment. Kudos for you. You figured it out. You took a very Eastern approach in the Western world. I don't knock you. That's the East Coast offense. We from the West, homie. Seriously. The United States of America on the map is the West. Okay? All of the spiritual information I keep telling you comes from the East. The West is material, right? And so what has to happen is we have to build a rainbow bridge of consciousness where the West has to come into the Eastern knowledge. So the West got to start running East Coast offense. And then the Eastern hemisphere has just now starting to come into the technology and material wealth. So you have to fulfill yourself spiritually and physically. It's the name of the game. Physically and spiritually. Got to do both. All right. All right. And so, yeah, man, figure out who is who. You know what I'm saying? Like, really go back to what I said earlier. Feel who they are. Rudy, I don't know, man. Shit, what my lover? I don't know. You know, Ninty, you a 4 and an 8. That's some power shit. Shit, Ninty, you got paper. Ninty, you got good credit. You better have good credit. What the hell, you a 4 and an 8? Stop playing. The 8 of diamond is like the sun card. The 8 of diamond is the card that is the motherfucking ruler of all these motherfuckers and the shit. The ace of spade really is the spiritual logo for the mystery system of the cards, but the 8 of diamonds is a highly revered card. That's power, money, and force, stability. And it's my planetary ruler. Let's get some money together. Seriously. I'm for real, Ninty. You call me. I'm dead ass serious. Like, I don't play with this. Like, I can't afford to play with this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, time is running out. I can't afford to play with this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got time. You know what I mean, nigga? I'm about 45 years old. What the fuck? I'm about to, nigga. I keep thinking, shit, I can be Fred Sanford in this motherfucker. You know. So no, but seriously though, I got some shit coming. And you know me, I tell. I don't give a fuck because I'm gonna always do what I do. You know what I'm saying? But about to get into the box truck game. I did real estate. I'm gonna do real estate. Keep doing real estate. But I'm about to this year in 2022. We may pull it off before that, which will have to be this month. You know what I mean? About to get into the box truck game, real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to diversify and get something that outperforms single family houses and whatnot. And I'm gonna keep doing real estate and selling houses. If I acquire rentals though, it has to be multifamily only. I'm only interested in multifamily to put in a rental portfolio. I'm not interested in putting single family houses. I take that back. I'll do sub twos all day long because it's an easy, low cost acquisition for me to control and own the asset. But anyway, no, but straight up, no, seriously, Ninty, for real, give me a call, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about metaverse properties. If we talking about NFTs or that spatial shit, I ain't out there yet. Um, I ain't out there, not right now. I will be, but I ain't there. Right. So but yeah, man. Yeah. Do them homework assignments that I talked about, man. Have fun with that shit. Any questions? Any questions? Let's go. Y'all all right? Like my man Bobby would say. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be at Walmart real fast, man. I got to get me some office shit to hang on my wall because I got work orders and I need to be organized. So, any questions, man? Any questions on some shit? Well, what y'all know about the soulmate? What that shit? What that nigga Jew say? What that nigga Jew at? Twin flames and soulmate reunion. Y'all want to have y'all want to have a soulmate and twin flame reunion, and then you all come together. Hey, who we is the system different per year? Yeah. Every year you get a yearly card. You get different because remember, bro, you go through 752-day cycles, and so every year you're getting a different set of cards. Cards gonna recirculate. Sometimes the same card may be in the same life, you know, in the same year, but you know, every day you get a card. Every 52 days you get a card. You get a daily card. You get a 52-day cycle card, and you got a yearly card, which is more of your theme that you're dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure it out. I want to do an online dating game though. Like, like, and I'm biting, but I'm really inspired by this little young girl, man. They call it the pineapple show and shit. But she always bring these girls on, and then these girls like interview the dude to come on and shit. And if the girl for any reason say pineapple, they just kick dude off the goddamn show and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, why you pineapple? Oh no, he's too young, or I wasn't feeling him, or I don't like the way he look, or whatever and shit. But I'm like, how do you? And you know, the zodiac always come up in that shit too, but no, they don't have the knowledge of the shit. And I'm like, yo, this would be really dope if you can put some science to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know? Yeah, you seen that? That's funny as a motherfucker. That don't mean life is over. Oh no. Life ain't never over, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's my shot. I'll be fucking with that. When I see it, I don't like subscribe to the shit though. But if I be seeing it on my feed because I clicked on it, you know what I'm saying? Um, hey man, let me ask y'all something, man. Right? So listen, because I'm just gonna be real with you, right? So you know, again, I'm 44. I'm at this point in my life where I'm questioning if I'm a good father. Um, I'm questioning if my contribution to humanity is right now. Like if I died today, man, like I will have a lot of regrets. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I would have a lot of fucking regrets. You know what I'm saying? And that's the pressure that I feel right now. But you know, that's just me and where I'm at, right? And so, but what I was going to ask you, mm, oh, never mind, man, never mind. And I kind of forgot some of it too as well because it was two things I was going to ask you and shit. Um, every time I start to really think about, because I really believe I'm finally at the motherfucking like and I'm like in the dark night of the soul right now. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, oh shit. Like, oh shit. You know? And so, and every time I start thinking about that shit, it just it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. Nah, see, nah, super being. See, one of them birthdays is my daddy birthday. You know what I'm saying? But the month and the day don't do me no justice. I gotta see the year. I gotta see the time to really. I don't have to have the time, but if I really gonna nail it, knock it out the park, then I have to see the time. So it becomes that. You know what I'm saying? It becomes deeper for me. You know. Um it'll come to me, man. It totally slipped my mind and shit, man. And every time I just think about the shit, man, I get put in a sad place because, you know, I mean, I don't even know if y'all like, man, you sometimes you gotta leave your motherfucking, you gotta leave family. Like this could be your kids and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like leave you, you know what I mean? Like you didn't know when you signed up for this shit that your own children may see your ass as being a weirdo, and but they got their own shit that they got to evolve and grow into. Oh, because what you didn't know was that your ass should have and could have and you can consciously create and bring down a soul that got the zodiac um harmony or harmonics rather and resonance that mirrors your intention and your direction in life. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, if you want to bring a lawyer in this motherfucker, then let's say, well, shit, I'm gonna wait till Jupiter is in Sagittarius. I'm gonna wait till the Sun is in Sagittarius. Go 9 months prior to that, so we can see the conception date, so she can give birth, and to a Sagittarius. The new moon is going to be in Sagittarius. So at some point of that Sagittarius month, when you look at the calendar in the future, Mercury is going to be in Sagittarius at some point in time. It may be this year when it happened. It may not be the year because Mercury is going to be in Scorpio while the sun is in Sagittarius. And then when Mercury gets in Sagittarius, the sun then moved over to Capricorn. So the sun and Mercury never was in the same sign per se. You understand what I'm saying? And Mercury represents the mind. And so Mercury represents the mind, but the sun represents your sun sign, which is the predominant energy of who you are. Your sun sign and your mind may be two different goddamn things, and that shit's kind of not aligned. You understand what I'm saying? And so it may be next year when the energies align that way. So since this is your family that values higher education and shit like that, then okay, cool. Let's plan to bring, conceive at this time so you can give birth at this particular time, so we can bring in somebody that is congruent with the flow of where we going. Because if your shit is out of order, then you can bring in somebody that opposes you. You know what I'm saying? They say, I've heard that it's a tribe in Africa that look at birthmarks of babies and be like, oh hell no, just because you nigga, just because me and your mama made you, you got a birthmark that mirrors them niggas over there. Bye. Get out. You go. You know what I mean? This your baby. These reincarnations keep coming back to the same little, like, kind of like village type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know that to be true. I've heard about it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a very serious thing. Very serious thing. You know what I'm saying? Very serious thing. All right. So anyway, man, give me some questions, man. I can do this, but y'all gotta talk to me, man, because because I need somebody to talk to. I'm so lonely. Man, and this is the thing. And the kicker is the answer don't even lie within another person, and it never did. You know what I'm saying? It's a question of you. And then you go through this shit, man, where it's like, oh, society said that you gotta have XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Where did you even get your definition of a man from? Do it even make sense? I think it do make sense. I think it makes sense. God damn it, I ain't gonna motherfucker like there's certain shit that I just do. You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit that I do. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something that'll bother the fuck out of me if I'm with a woman. If we go somewhere and you purposely sit where your back is up against the wall, and now my back is faced, you know what I mean? I can't see behind me. That bothers. You can't do that shit with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit bothers me. It bothers me. That's like that don't ride. Cause I'm from a different school that says like, nah, nigga, you're back up against the wall. So if anything do jump off, you good and shit. So now that means you got your back up against the wall because you feel safe and secure. Now I'm relying on you to give me word that somebody behind me and shit. So you putting you know, like nah. Like there's masculine and feminine roles because shit has function in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now the function can be whatever, you can say, hey, I like this particular function. I like for my man to, you know what I'm saying, be a house husband and she a go-getter. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. That shit work. You know what I'm saying? If the energy's positive, that shit work. That shit's dope. That's what's up. One of the dopest shows I ever seen, I told you, was Army Wives. That shit was ingenious because it talked about the different dynamics of relationships. If y'all, who in the chat seen Army Wives? Let me know. If you seen Army Wives, that was the shit. Your baby dad found your IG today. Oh shit, your baby daddy stalking you. And the Venus retrograde coming up. Oh shit, that nigga early. He want his boo back. He want his baby mom back. That DNA still in you. You got that DNA in you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, y'all seen Army Wives? You ever seen that? Anybody seen Army Wives, man? Army Wives was the shit. I seen it. All right, cool. So some of y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so Army Wives was about the dynamics of relationships, right? You had um what was the crazy girl name? The blonde haired girl. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of like the star of the show. But all she had was boys. She didn't have no daughters. And so that was showing you what Yang looks like. And the one dude that was special units, that dude was I like that couple because they was balanced. They was like the one that had, you know, a daughter and a son, a husband and a wife and shit. So that was balanced. Um, very interesting because he was part of special units, um, like the Delta Force and shit. But then you had the role reversal. Remember Joan? She was all about being a lieutenant and climbing the career, and her soft-spoken husband, who was a psychologist, was at home with the baby. And then the baby used to cry when Joan would come in because Joan was never there and shit. So that was a role reversal in relationships. Okay. So role reversals work. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that one work, but they can work. The positive way of a role reversal, I always say, is um, she's a vendor, and he at the table taking the credit card, doing the transactions, and he's kind of like her employee in the sense they a team, but she the CEO and visionary, and he the COO. He is a chief operating officer and shit. So it works, man. You know what I'm saying? You just have to understand and define what your energy is. You know what I'm saying? And so you just saw different dynamics inside of Army Wives. The whole, it was dope. It was really dope. You know what I mean? Yeah. Parents become siblings, and your kids and all kind of stuff, man. All kind of stuff, man. So all right, man, I'm starting to wane, man. Y'all gotta give me something good, man. Or we gonna sign off, man. Me and Drew gonna do this free webinar, man. I'm gonna tell you now, mark your motherfucking calendar. It's gonna be some old priesthood shit, because that's just the mood I'm in. I want to know the title of this shit. It's gonna be Saturday. It's gonna be a Saturday, December 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the title? This shit is gonna be called Rittenhouse Death Star Eclipse. Subtitle: Niggas Say Sorry. See, this whole Rittenhouse shit, niggas ain't got a clue. The humanity ain't even got a clue on why. See, the question that you got to ask yourself is, where the fuck is your ancestors and where is your God? And if they alive and they all knowing and all fucking wise, what the fuck is they trying to communicate to you right now? Because here's one thing for sure. They didn't veto and stop that shit. So now that must mean there is a point within this that mirrors something, and that something that it mirrors is your growing point. That's why I'm telling you that when you look at the laws of the Hermetic laws, what did they tell you the second law was? The law of correspondence. So that means you have to figure out cause and effect. You have to figure out rhythm. You have to figure out polarity, vibration, gender. You have to go through these things, figure it out, and once you can find the pattern, because all of that shit is just showing you how to find a pattern. So once you find a pattern, then you got your answer. You got your answer. You understand what I'm saying? And so once you get your answer, you're gonna be on and rocking. So we're gonna go in on this Rittenhouse thing. I'm gonna give you some information that I already know. Ain't nobody ever talked about motherfucking Rittenhouse. You know what I'm saying? And so you know how the priesthood do. We gonna take you upstairs. So I'm telling you, mark your calendar. All right, mark your calendar for Saturday, December the 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, you got to be on the mailing list and whatnot. But it's going to broadcast live somewhere. We may broadcast it live on this particular channel, or we may do it over on the Imagination Guru channel. So you just want to make sure you're on our email list, man, for real. Seriously. And if even if I put it on the IG channel, you know what I'm saying, then I'll make a post on YouTube with the link on it. That way you can just click to the link and it take you straight over there and shit. But I'm telling you, I just put the order in for the flyer. It'll be ready in 2 days. So Saturday that flyer should be ready and whatnot, because you know the verdict came back on the eclipse, right? Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it right there. All right. All right, man. Y'all good? Anything? Y'all straight? What y'all want to do, man? What y'all want to do? A lovers retreat? Friends and lovers? What is masculinity? What is femininity? What is? Oh, that's what I was gonna ask y'all. I had to trigger myself. That's what it was. So this is what I need y'all, and this is my last thing. I need y'all on this, right? So I'm starting to, I'm looking into, masculinity, the male energy. And when you start studying this thing called alpha male energy, you know what I'm saying? From what I sense from Black folks that's teaching it, and it's just my opinion, and I've only seen a few, it comes off as being, and please, Lord, I could be a scent, maybe I'm a beta scent, but it comes off as a little too toxic for me. See, it's too aggressive for me. And maybe I'm a simp, maybe I'm a sucker. Because for sure, when I was managing the strip club, I wasn't one of those niggas that was like, bitch, give me your money. Like, I ain't got it in me. Like, I actually think it's man, listen, man, Black folks, man, we got it bad, man. We got it bad. We love pimps, but at the core, that shit be coming down to bullying a woman to sell pussy at the core. And I can't respect it at the end of the day. Not when you get on this journey. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're bullying, now if that's just a mutual contract and understanding, but I'm talking about what they would call gorilla pimping, right? Like, bitch, you better not. I had to beat a pimp's ass before. You know what I'm saying? Nigga thought he was a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like in my strip club days. Like, nigga, get out of here. Like, I ain't with it. So that alpha male shit comes off in a vein that's in the hip hop version. In hip hop got it, man. Hip hop got it bad because hip hop be on some fuck bitches. Y'all women, y'all ain't nothing but bitches. Y'all bitches and hoes. Y'all bitches can't be trusted. Right? That y'all dusted and disgusted. You know what I'm saying? But in the same vein, you turn around and you doing everything like, yeah, I want some pussy tonight. And like, it's like you addicted to this, you addicted to her, but then you don't fuck with her at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? It's weird. And I'm not only pointing it out, I'm just speaking on our behalf. This shit is motherfucking weird as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so when I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? And this don't mean that women automatically get put on a motherfucking pedestal as being motherfucking holier than thou, and the black woman by herself is God and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that either. You know what I'm saying? There's a drastic, um, horrible gap in how we relate to one another. And I guess that's more what's defined as this 3D physical nonsense bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really amounting to anything but motherfucking pure D fuckery and a waste of energy. And I was gonna say this too when I was talking about my cousin earlier. As you evolve in this shit, you're gonna start to lose sexual interest. And then that's when you gonna know. I mean, I'm talking to the men. You get to that particular point when you be like, oh shit. Oh, that don't even turn me on no more. Oh shit. Is some shit changing. Some shit is seriously motherfucking changing. You get to the point in this motherfucking evolution that you don't you don't want regular shit. The regular shit that ain't connecting to you and making you expand. And I would assume, ladies, it should be the same way. You know what I'm saying? Then you're starting to ascend. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to ascend. But I don't know if y'all be checking out this alpha male type shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, it ain't no balance in this shit. Because I'm gonna tell y'all what the consensus is. All right, women, y'all have been deemed to be emotional creatures. Y'all have taken that, okay, rightfully so. You may think you earned it. That's cool. And what we mean by emotional creatures is men are thinking that you do not have the mental capacity to logically think. And the same argument can be made for men. You don't have the emotional capacity to feel. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I think both is true. Both is true. And so, how do you reconcile that and how do you bridge that particular gap? That's very important because where we at right now, that ain't it. That ain't it. Do men want what they consider to be a submissive feminine woman? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But do women want men who can motherfucking provide and motherfucking make sure you good and they don't have to worry and they're not in survival mode at that particular point and they can truly be in nurturing mode? I would assume so. You know what I'm saying? And so we just got some healing to do, man. God damn, I done got there. We got some motherfucking healing to do. We got some crying to do. And I'm with my man Wallow267. Fuck that. If I feel like crying, I should be able to cry because I'm telling y'all, man, I'm at this point where I look at this shit and just look at life and all the shit that you have stored up. See, for men, we was always told that we couldn't cry. You understand what I'm saying? Get your soft ass up, you sissy faggot baby. Right? You couldn't cry. You know what I'm saying? You soft if you cry. So now we've been deprived from as little kids, like we've been deprived from knee high, from connecting with our emotional selves. But that shit is there. That shit is there. I told y'all men need safe spaces too. This is true. This is real shit. Men need safe spaces too, meaning an environment that's warm enough where a motherfucker could open up like a flower. What I said the other day, can men say, man, I gotta call you back, man, because I don't feel like talking because my girl emotionally abused me. Like men can't say that they've been emotionally abused. It sounds like you a sucker if you've been emotionally abused. But like I also said, ladies, you are logically abusing men. Men have been logically abused, and I believe women have been emotionally abused. But you better understand that men have been logically abused as well. So there's this divide, there's this gap that must take place where we have to um man, you can live in a utopia of motherfucking love. Who the fuck say you can't? You can, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta be real about our own motherfucking traumas and shit because I'm not with this whole I have to subdue you. I subdue your ass another way, but we ain't going. But I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like that whole mental shit, and I gotta purposely think 10 steps ahead of you, and it's all for me to control you. Like that's too it's too Plutonian to me. One thing I know about the zodiac is this: the cosmic laws of every motherfucking planet tells you exactly what the frequency is. You understand what I'm saying? And when you start dealing with control and power and all that shit and force, that's Pluto. And that shit ain't fucking abundant. And the law of abundance do not exist with that chauvinistic pimp gorilla so-called alpha male shit. A real motherfucking alpha male makes sure every motherfucking body good, nigga. That's what a motherfucking gorilla do. A gorilla nigga make sure that the whole motherfucking tribe is good. You ever seen a silverback? That nigga stand in the middle of the motherfucking street and let the whole motherfucking family pass because of any threat while we out in the open come. I'm on motherfucking alert. He ain't got everybody motherfucking working for him. And then he come and eat the goods like that pussy ass male lion. I can't stand male lions to a degree. I get it. Like they kill when something come into territory. You know what I'm saying? But the male lion ain't even got no motherfucking predators besides his own kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? Another male lion is his predator. The women do all the motherfucking hunting and shit. So he only really concerned about keeping this motherfucking pussy. That nigga ain't the motherfucking king in my book. His behavior is soft to me. You know what I'm saying? A tiger is a motherfucking cat. That's a cat. You know what I mean? So this whole concept of what I'm seeing out here ain't resonating with me. And if y'all fuck with me, I'm just saying, hey, look at it, what I'm saying, this alpha male shit, look at it, you know what I'm saying? Weigh that shit and just weigh it on your own scales. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure everybody is good. You know what I'm saying? And everybody good is this other males on the team that you gotta make sure is motherfucking good. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody progressing. You know what I'm saying? Not this some toxic ass shit. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Shit's fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so I'm at that point where I can't see shit and not say nothing about it. Like, oh, okay, well, it's my job to say XYZ. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I believe. Motherfuckers fuck with it, you fuck with it. You don't, you don't. It's all good. I ain't knocking nobody shit. You know what I'm saying? That this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? They cut. Listen, man, listen. You had niggas who want to be pimps, and there was pimps, and they're gonna put a girl out on the stroll and take her money. Okay. And then now, let's say we can come into the strip club, right? And this is a real story. You know what I'm saying? Had a nigga, I ain't gonna say where he's from because I'm a little biased against niggas from that particular part of the United States. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, nigga had a girl in the club and shit, and I went out and I had got all the girls something to eat and shit. You know what I'm saying? About to have a weekend, about to have a good motherfucking week. And so we let the nigga come in the club with his girl. He used to actually manage the club with my partner before they fell out and shit. And then time passed, and then he'd be like, man, I got a girl, you know, like, all right, cool, nigga, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So went and get the girl something to eat and shit. They eat. So he left the club, came back, and it was one of those clubs where you open up the door to get in, you in the small ass hallway, and then you got to go through another door, then you in the club. Okay. So Mia and one of the bouncers is walking out, and when we in that little hallway, he don't you be eating nothing, you don't eat shit. And then he was like, yo, big man, don't be feeding my bitch nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so I tapped him on the shoulder. I like, that wasn't him, that was me. So long story short, we get into a little altercation. And you know the drop down ceilings and shit. You know, with the ceilings you can push up. They're held by these little metal rods. I had one of those. I jumped up and my hand hit it, and magically the motherfucker was in my hand, and I sliced this nigga's face with it. Right, true story. Right, and shit. Even cut my man. My man slipped him and put him in the Fort Nelson, and I was just hitting that nigga so hard I end up cutting my man shit too. One day I interview that nigga and show you this nigga, old ass nigga who's still working the club. He don't work in strip clubs, but he's 50 something years old and he's still a fucking bouncer and shit, right? So but anyway, I just think that, you know, maybe I'm talk from the scent perspective, okay? Because I wasn't gorilla pimping, right? Nah, nigga, let me tell you, this you gotta be smart. Listen, I used to get money by bringing the girls to the club. I'll get the door. The owners of the club get the bar because everybody drinking, and the girls gonna get the tips, nigga. What you talking about? It's a three-way relationship. I ain't got to be in your pockets. What you do is what you do. You understand what I'm saying? So all that other shit, nigga. Nah, nigga, own the establishment, nigga, or be in on it. Like fuck it. Even if you don't own the establishment, I'm getting paid like I own the establishment, nigga. In fact, you need my permission to even bring your motherfucking girl in here. What are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? And so the shit becomes more of a, a legal way to do this thing where everybody get paid, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get paid, man. Because that other shit is vampire-ish to me. You know what I'm saying? And this is how this shit is coming off. And this shit, you know what I mean, about, this relationship shit that I'm seeing out here, this alpha male shit, this shit is some vampire ass shit, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it. All right. All right, man. All right, man. Hey, man. Hey, I bet, man. I bet they is. A gorilla pimp is not even considered a high. Oh, yeah. He ain't, man, listen, man. I don't know, man. That shit confuses me. You know what I'm saying? I know this. I know this. I know that it was a dream of mine at a very, very, very early age, like in school, to have a strip club. I've accomplished that, and I voluntarily walked away from that shit. Like, oh no, this is a headache because because the sympathy in me is just like the Players Club. Women have been these girls, if they 9 times out of 10, they snorting cocaine, they popping pills, they've been physically abused, they've been sexually abused, and they may even be adopted. Okay? That's at least 5 sources of trauma that's there. Okay? And so now, since you work the club and we don't get out this motherfucker to 2:15, 2:30, and now we gotta get on down to Denny's or the motherfucking IHOP or some shit. Now you ain't motherfucking getting in the motherfucking crib to motherfucking late 3, 4 o'clock. Don't go do some other shit and be an after hour type shit. Nigga, we see when the sun is coming up, that's when you just now getting in the motherfucking house. So now when it's time to conduct regular business in the world, your ass is asleep all goddamn day. So you can't even function. You got a hangover, you high, you know what I'm saying, drunk, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can't even motherfucking function. And so now I'm looking at this shit, and it's so funny because I'm gonna show you how spirit works, and I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna show you how spirit works. Back then, how I got in the strip club game was like this. I had, because I had a dream. I said this before. This is real shit. Get this shit from my daddy. I had a dream that, and this was in 1999. I had a domain name. I was on the internet. I had my own website in '99. I bet none of you niggas didn't even have a computer then, right? In '99, I had a motherfucking domain name, www.myblackHoney.com. Facts. That was my shit. MyblackHoney.com. When you go to myblackHoney.com, the goal was to show females having orgasms. Because, like me and my cousin was talking about, we was talking about, hey, that squirt shit is some other shit, y'all. Like, that's some, I'm like, nigga, ain't that shit amazing? Nigga, we ain't learned that shit in sex ed, nigga. Why the fuck did you tell us women can have orgasms and squirt and shit? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Men have been grossly miseducated. So I knew this, right? I knew this. Like, we've been grossly miseducated about the female anatomy. I always say it don't make sense for a woman to have an orgasm because we thought orgasm mean come, which is sperm, and sperm mean baby. Why the fuck would a woman do that when she don't got sperm? So it didn't even dawn to the male psyche that a woman can have an orgasm. I'm telling you this shit, y'all. Men are not taught this shit. We find it out, but we're not really taught this shit. Okay, all right. So I said, okay, cool. I'm coming in the game with videos of women just touching themselves, pleasing themselves, so men could learn what pleases a woman. You understand what I'm saying? I swear to God, right? And so I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna go to the strip clubs, and I had these business cards, right? And my business card was like, earn up to $100 an hour, right? So I went to the library. I got the model release forms. You sign the motherfucking forms. I mean, I got all rights to the motherfucking content that I shoot, right? And so they thinking like, fuck it, I'm gonna make me motherfucking $500, nigga. I'm about to make $100 an hour. What? Cool, bet. So they get there, have them sign the form first. This is some fucked up shit though, right? So I only published a little bit of this shit, but sign the form. All right, today, man, I'm a little booked. I got another appointment, so today we're gonna shoot for an hour or two. So for $200, I done got all this content. Now, every now and then, one of like, no, I need a stack. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm doing a stack. This, it's $100 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And so my man, I mean, what you be doing? Like, man, I got this little website and shit that I'm building up. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, man, I'm gonna have my secretary call you and shit, right? Nigga was fronting. I ain't know this nigga. I think this nigga really had a secretary and shit. Nigga ain't had no goddamn secretary and find out and shit. So anyway, older dude brought me to the motherfucking strip club and shit. And much older than me, way older than me and shit. And he was a Pisces, and he had it tattooed on his arm, and he got it when he was a kid, and he misspelled it. I think he forgot the E in it. And shit. So he used to say Pickets on his arms and then say Pisces and shit. So he's a Pisces nigga. And then he said, nigga, he was like, man, let's be Scorpion Entertainment. And so we roll with that. We never made an official LLC, but that shit was on our cars and shit. And we was Scorpion Entertainment. Now, I don't got no zodiac knowledge of shit. I'm like 22. This was about, I'm 20. Let me see. My son was born. He was born when I was 20. So this is around like 20 to 24, or right up in that year, 20 to 24. This was the nigga that used to want to be drew down from the Bay when I had a motherfucking perm and I had motherfucking finger waves and I used to motherfucking get my motherfucking ends curled and shit, just like Drew Down and shit, right? Looking like Homeboy and Belly and shit, right? And so I'm doing this shit. Now I'm in the motherfucking strip club. I lose focus. I'm in the fucking strip club now. You would think that this is the time for me to really build my video content up and shit. So, but now a dream of mine is coming true because I'm in the motherfucking strip club. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in the strip club and shit. And he used to tell me this shit, man. I don't know what happened. And he was like, I was like, man, I'm just like everybody else. And he said, no, you different, nigga. You special. something about you that's different and shit. And I never could really understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? But then it later grew on me. I'm just showing you how spirit worked, because that was a prelude that you'd be fucking with this shit. It's like Jew. When Jew was a kid, he had a dog, a Doberman picture named Scorpio. As a kid, he named the dog Scorpio. Nigga don't know shit about no zodiac shit. But see, later, that's some shit that's gonna happen later for your development. So higher self can only give you information where you're at, and then it'd be a clue and a cue for some other shit that you gonna look back hindsight 2020 to be able to connect the motherfucking dots to the shit. You understand what I'm saying? And so when I'm in the motherfucking strip club and shit, again, it's only two girls that go to college in this motherfucker. They was going to a little private little law school shit. And they was really doing it for the money. One was from like, where is she from? She was like from Liberia. Yeah, she was from Liberia and shit. You know what I'm saying? And really had a head on her shoulders. The rest, that shit was like Players Club, man, for real. Seriously, that shit was like, yo, they ass on drugs. You know what I'm saying? They ass is on some they on some shit. You feel me? And so they started to feel like my daughters, but not my daughters. They started to feel like lost little girls to me. And that don't feel good. That wasn't satisfying to my soul. And so after I beat the nigga up, and I was already going through this period where it just wasn't feeling good to my soul, I decided to walk away from this shit. And I voluntarily quit. Walked away from the motherfucking, voluntarily walked away from that shit. Like, I think I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So that's part of my life, man. You know what I'm saying? But see, all that shit was a prelude to get ready to come back into some spiritual shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some spiritual shit. You know what I mean? Like some spiritual shit. But it's an open space to show how to love and just how to relate. You know what I'm saying? If I really be honest about this shit and let myself be used as the vessel, like I fight against my higher calling all the motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you one motherfucker who know me really well, and y'all know Trill Alchemy, you know what I'm saying? Trill Alchemy in the chat is my motherfucking cosmic twin flame. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you don't know is you can have more than one, but that's a whole nother conversation. You can have more than one fucking twin, because if on the physical plane, if you can have triplets, trust when I tell you, you can have more than one motherfucking twin. But I'm gonna tell you something. I really think that the soulmate twin flame shit, soulmate somehow got watered down, and then twin flame took the definition of what the original soulmate was. And that's cool, because when you really get to the core of what they're saying, what a twin flame is, you're talking about heaven on earth, and you're talking about divine motherfucking bliss, and you're talking about what I call EC, which is extreme compatibility. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. Extreme compatibility. All right. And so when you're dealing with that, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. That's what you're really talking about. All right, that's what you're talking about. Now, do you have to be with one? Some say no, and you hear all kind of definitions. Well, if you really have one, then yeah, you would never ever come. You never ever separate. Then you have some other definitions that they know. So I'm just telling you, I know what I know, because I just wish, and I'm not being egotistical when I say this shit. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. Okay, because I'm telling you that there's a part of me that the human me, niggas is demigods. You are too. You're a demigod, meaning you man and God at the same time. The man God or the man part of you can fight against your motherfucking higher self. You do this shit all the time. You know what the higher calling is pulling you to do, but you screaming and kicking like a motherfucker. Because if you think this is what it is, for the avatars. The avatars is the ones that the Martin Luther Kings, the motherfucking Jesus Christ's of the motherfucking were the ones who really, the Steve Jobs, the ones who really changed the course of humanity in some way. Ooh-wee. Now, I think, this is what I think. If you were to, God was to come out of heaven and the whole entire world was to focus on one stage, one television show, one broadcast, I swear to God, I'm not joking when I say this. I'm not. And I really believe I'm not being egotistical. That broadcast should definitely be Minister Jew and myself having a conversation to direct the entire motherfucking earth. And I mean that shit. Now, if we're going to use any type of spiritual reference, religious books, as the foundation of what to look for, then let's do that. We're going to pull out that and we're going to see that there is a lot of information that is talking about signs and wonders, the heavens, when the stars aligned. Now, the pool just got small because now you have to be able to articulate alignments. I can't go to my daddy and my mama and say, hey, tell me what this chart means. What's that rising right there? What's that bright star right there when the sun just went down? Damn, that thing is bright as hell. What is that? Where is it? What sign is in front of? You don't know. So there's a group of people who know, but even within that group of people who know, you understand what I'm saying? Now, let's say, let's understand where we at. Okay, what age are we in? We are in the age of Aquarius. Okay, cool. I'm not making this shit up. It's a fact. We're in the age of Aquarius. How long do an age last? 2,160 years. It do? Okay. Now, all over the earth, there are sacred spots, pyramids, Native American mounds, circular-like structures. They're said to be built by the ancients. The ancients actually point this shit up to the heavens. Yes? It's pointing to some shit. Okay. If you start to do what's called the geodetics, the locations of some of this shit, I talked about it. Like Stonehenge, which is a circle. If Stonehenge sits 52 degrees, 10 minutes, 0.43 seconds north of the equator, and if you took the degree times the minute times the second, it will equal 21,600. But an age is 2,160 years. Stonehenge will equal, by its location, its grid spot location will be 21,600. If you come down to Newark, Ohio, and go to the Great Octagon, and you do the same thing, it will equal 216,000. And if you go right around the corner to the Great Circle, where they was watching the 19-year, what the 18.6 year cycles of the moon, it will be 2,160, which is the exact hit of an age. So 2160 is the motherfucking age, the length of all ages. Okay. Each sign will rule for 2160 years. 216,000 and 21,600 and even 216, which is your boy's B-Day. All of that shit is the same math. It's called base 10 mathematics. Okay. Now we thought, and we are told, that mathematics don't have no emotion, and mathematics is the only thing that's factual. Yes, that's especially known when you start coming up into the black echelon of science, known as Nations of Gods and Earth, which is pretty much Nation of Islam. That's where you get it from. Okay, now if you want to go back to Africa, fuck with pyramids and measurements. Okay, we dealing with science all over again. Cool. So that must mean if we're in the age of Aquarius that lasts for 2,160 years, in the very two spots in Newark, Ohio, that represents 2,160 and 21,600, these circular locations that was looking at astronomical phenomenon, and then a motherfucker who's born 216 from the very same region, the O, come and give you this motherfucking shit. Who got the cosmic mandate of the motherfucking age to tell you what time it is? And the nigga is telling you what time it is. The nigga tells you and shows you, yo, this is gonna happen on this day. And then that shit happened on this motherfucking day. Then the nigga says, listen, we can actually write a motherfucking prophecy, write a motherfucking story, concentrate on this motherfucking energy collectively and do this shit. And then next thing you know, what appears to be a random external event appears in this motherfucking reality. And all along, we sat back and you and I, some of you been with me long enough, we created the whole goddamn phenomenon through thought and celestial alignment. And we watched a random event pop up. Facts. So who got the celestial mandate down this motherfucker? And I'm not saying it to be egotistical. So what happens is the human me gotta fall the fuck back. Whoa, nigga. Nigga, you, nigga, it's you? Nigga. You tripping. Nigga, it can't be you, nigga. Why the fuck can't it be? Nigga, I know it is. They ain't gonna never believe you though, nigga. Man, you right, man. These niggas don't never believe nobody. And then you also got to play in another motherfucking role. That's why I got to start smoking weed again. Like, I ain't fucking with the weed shit no more. I'm done. I think I'm done on weed and shit. Because then another thought be coming in. Motherfucker, nigga. Because see, but I'm going to tell you in this age, it's way different because it's a reference on Cancer, meaning the zodiac sign Cancer. The whole United States of America, this whole goddamn solar system is predicated upon Cancer. This is why when you understand, there's only two directions on the whole fucking earth when you understand coordinates. Y'all ready? It's called the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The Tropic of Cancer is really talking about Sirius, and the Tropic of Capricorn is really talking about the star Vega. These two motherfuckers is really the pole fucking stars, not the North Pole. That's some other shit. These two motherfuckers is really the solar system's motherfucking pole stars. You got the Earth North Star, pole star, Polaris right now. That's Kanye West. Okay? Talked about that shit because he came out with the teddy bears. He went to Polaris High School and the nigga named his baby North. And the slaves got free by what? Following the North fucking star, which sits in the Polaris, which is the star Polaris that sits in the baby bear constellation. That's why this nigga came out with the goddamn bear shit. Because it was a cosmic transmission from the Most High. From the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, then you start thinking like, oh, when you fuck with this is that messianic consciousness. When you fuck with the messianic consciousness, you know what happens? You gotta rumble, motherfuckers. See, Jew in the lab right now, and he fucking with First Kings and Elijah. Man, them motherfuckers was gangsters. Yeah, like don't get it fucked up. See, God, Master P always said, the man upstairs, you know, he fuck with gangsters, and I say he fuck with hoes too. God fuck with hoes. Y'all got it fucked up. I ain't afraid to say it, nigga. God fuck with hoes. Well, I can read. I know what the fuck is going on. That nigga Judah thought Tamar was a prostitute on the side of the road selling pussy. That nigga waved her in. He boned. And she motherfucking took that nigga staff. Go read the motherfucking story of Judah and Tamar. What you talking about? Right? But my point is, in order for you, whoever it was of old who was ushering in the motherfucking new age, that shit came with some motherfucking opposition. So now you got to be motherfucking militant minded. But nigga, I'm going to tell you something. Look this shit up. I was born with Mars at 5 degrees Aquarius. I want you to go Google fixed stars in motherfucking astrology and go look at this star called Bos, B-O-S. Bos is a fixed star, and the fixed star's got influences like a motherfucker. And that tells you that particular star is keen military insight, nigga. So the planet that deals with military, Mars, is in the motherfucking front of a fixed star that deals with military insight. That's why I was the nigga that brought you the cosmic art of war in some of my DVDs when I first came on the scene, showing you how to play this shit from a whole nother level. You understand what I'm saying? So the war ain't necessarily physically per se, but you can create some shit. Now I say Masonic, I said messianic, like the Messiah. All right. And that's all the Masonic shit is the messianic force, trying to teach you the mysteries of that shit. All right. And so you listening, you be looking at this shit, you be like, oh, really? And so then the human part of me gotta do what? Fall back for a little bit. Let me just observe. let me observe some shit. I ain't motherfucking tripping. But man, let me tell you something, man. I'm signing off with this. You can say what you want to say. Say these niggas is crazy. These niggas is tripping. Noble and Pooh, and Minister Jew. 100%. When T.I. met with Kanye West, he said, man, dude gonna run for president. He dead serious. No, nigga. He dead ass serious. Like, nigga, like, Tip was kind of tripping, like, no. This motherfucker dead ass serious. What I'm about to tell you, the priesthood is dead ass serious. You ready? I'm gonna tell you this. We dead ass serious. It's already recorded because all this shit is just states of consciousness. The Bible ain't historical physical figures. It's talking about state of consciousness. When you look in it, your first duality that they gave you was who? Cain and Abel, twins. Okay? Esau and Jacob was twins as well. There was another set of twins in there that's rarely talked about. Their name is slipping me right now. Jesus and John, Elijah and Elias. And let's just speed it all. Moses and Aaron. And let's just speed it all the way up to the motherfucking end called Revelation, the two witnesses. This is also in the Hopi tradition of the red star and the blue star. Okay? The red star and the blue star. Right here. Your red star and your blue star. Okay? Yes. The red star and the blue star. Okay? The red star and the blue star. Niggas wholeheartedly know they're the motherfucking two witnesses. I'm just gonna tell you that shit. Take it how you want to take it. Call it motherfucking crazy. But see, when it comes to demonstrating this shit that can bring you the receipts with proof of how this shit worked and who created what from thought phenomenon, nigga, we got mountain loads of motherfucking testimonials for that. That's easy. Who want to have a conversation? Because the conversation now only really needs to be had with motherfuckers like Elon Musk in the Pentagon. To be honest with you, this ain't even a regular conversation for motherfuckers. If you Google right now, what are the odds of an airplane crash? It should say 1 out of 11 million. You know how many of those I got on record? If me saying that, oh shit, based off this cosmic phenomenon that I figured out and studied some shit, this is, bam, and it happened. Come on, man. The famous one, October 28th, what year was that? Maybe 2014 or some shit. NASA rocket Antares exploded on liftoff. That motherfucker didn't even barely made it off the pad and dropped down and exploded. And that happened on the day that I said, don't flop, man. This is a crash day right here. NASA don't know this shit. They don't know this. So if I say, God damn it, make a move, make a motherfucking move. And if I tell you to be my motherfucking girl, be my motherfucking girl. I ain't playing. Right? If I tell you my motherfucking brother make a move, make a motherfucking move. It's the move that we gotta make. Right? Real shit. No, I'm serious though. I'm telling you, like, yo, this how it gotta be. This how it gotta be. It gotta like when I see him, like, how can I bring you all this motherfucking proof and shit? And then I say, listen, this shit is motherfucking ordained. See, that's that nigga shit. That's that nigga shit that's gonna be like, nigga, no, you tripping. You trying nigga, you using your cosmic sign, and now I'm motherfucking twisting the game up and shit. I ain't twisting shit up. I'm just the motherfucking messenger. I ain't twisting the motherfucking game up. I was mandated to do this shit, man. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know some shit, man. Boy, y'all don't really even know. Y'all don't even really, I'm telling you, y'all don't even know the motherfucking, I can't even give you a hint of the shit you don't know. Right? But I'm coming with the motherfucking proofs. Well, so what the fuck? How the fuck am I tripping? If I tell you that, yo, hey, Leo, hey, Miss Leo, hey, where they at now? See, they ass gone now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Leo's. The one guy talking that Aquarius shit earlier? Huh? Where they at now? When I got call names, they was talking that Aquarius shit earlier. You see Aquarius full of shit. When you see an Aquarius run. No. They was taking shots at me, yo. I'm telling you, I'm tell. Fuck it. Right? But no, seriously though. But if I be like, yo, no. The time is we gotta learn how to motherfucking evolve past some motherfucking emotional shit that we gotta deprogram from. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta deprogram from some shit to free ourselves to make more room within ourselves. See, this shit, the computer is a perfect fucking example because it's just a manifestation of the human body and the brain, particularly the brain, right? You got a lot of old motherfucking data from experiences that you recorded knowingly and subconsciously, which means unknowingly, that you don't even know about, which technically that's unconsciously, all right? And then some shit that you done brung in from other lifetimes as well. You ain't got enough motherfucking space in your motherfucking mental for you to motherfucking get an upgrade, nigga. You understand? We on Windows 10 now and you still fucking with XP. That shit is expired. It ain't gonna work no more. Because you gotta fuck deleting the space, you need a whole new operating system. But just for you to keep it functional, you gotta motherfucking delete some shit off your hard drive now. Right? So we gotta free ourselves up. That don't go just for that shit go for motherfucking. Listen, man, don't you can't never say I was really egotistical. I don't believe that shit. Maybe that's an egotistical shit to say, but I'm saying in comparison to when I know good and motherfucking well, I could have had motherfucking 10 goddamn badass motherfucking women at any time I wanted them motherfucking around me, surrounding me. I would outshine all these motherfuckers if it came to a motherfucking old school pimp ball and I bring out some bad motherfucking women. What are you talking about? I'm the dopest motherfucker there is, nigga. When it comes to like information and some shit, nigga, you tripping. But I ain't never motherfucking do that shit, right? You know, and I think that the average nigga will motherfucking jump if he knew that he could. He would do this shit. So even with me, I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. I'm like, oh, whoa, you serious? I'm talking to the folks on the other side, like, you motherfucking serious. You want me to do what? I agree to do what? Oh, nigga, come on. A human in me, I can't even motherfucking get down. But that's a lot of responsibility. You sure? Oh, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna wait. Can I pass my motherfucking turn and shit? Right? Because by all means, I don't never try to motherfucking come. I ain't never listen, man. I ain't coming to get you. Not when I say coming to get you, I ain't coming to create harm to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't my motherfucking MO. I ain't coming to create harm. And that don't mean that harm ain't never motherfucking been created. You know what I mean? Why not? I've been a motherfucking nigga. You know what I mean? I've been a nigga for sure. I've been a nigga. I done been it. I done motherfucking man, this shit, man. This shit, I done motherfucking robbed some shit at motherfucking gunpoint before in my motherfucking life. And I have been robbed at gunpoint in my motherfucking life. And I committed the act first. And years later, that shit came right back around on my ass. Caught me good, not paying attention to my surroundings. Tapped me on my motherfucking shoulder. Tap, tap, nigga. I'm like, yo, what up? Thinking this motherfucker was walking down the street because I saw another motherfucker walking with those little bum dude and some shit. Turn around. Ooh, nigga got motherfucking, yo, you know what this is. Oh, nigga, I ain't got nothing for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you gonna have to do better than that. And then at the same time, another nigga walking around the motherfucking front of my motherfucking truck. Nigga lift up his motherfucking shirt. Big, long ass, extended motherfucking clip on his motherfucking waistline, nigga. Oh, nigga. Oh, hell no. Yeah, you ain't shit. Ain't going down like that, nigga. That nigga got close enough, put everything in my motherfucking power and mushed that motherfucking nigga. And they motherfucking ran. You know what I'm saying? Push that nigga going forward and shit. I just knew them niggas was about to start ringing out on the nigga. Them motherfuckers took the fuck off. Right? So I done been in this motherfucking shit. I done been a nigga. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I mean? Exactly. A recovering nigga, man. All right, man. So listen, man. Be on the lookout again. I'm gonna wrap this up. It was nice kicking it with you and shit, man. Go early to the tape, early in the video where you can get the lessons and shit. Sorry, I went off on a motherfucking tangent. I just wanted to motherfucking tell. You know what I'm saying? Blue Lotus, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But all truths, man. You know what I'm saying? All truths, all motherfucking facts, no caps. You know what I mean? Like real story shit that I'm telling you. Be on the lookout, man. Mark your calendar for December the 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna do this shit on Rittenhouse. You know what I'm saying? And this eclipse, when that verdict came out, what a coincidence! The verdict came out on the eclipse, so I gotta show you the signs and symbols of what the game mean and what the frequency is really telling us about and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm a spiritual nigga for sure. I can't. I don't even want to shake that shit. You know what I mean? I can't. That's the crazy part about it, Bruce. Like that's like the Quran says it like this: we send every nation a messenger speaking their own language. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, ain't here, nigga. And what the fuck? If he came speaking Arabic and he don't look like you ain't gonna relate to that shit anyway. That's why most of the reason niggas you don't fuck with the Nation of Islam, because when you find out Master Farad Muhammad came and run the game, you look like a white boy and you can't relate to that shit. So then when you start fucking with other philosophies and shit, Jesus Christ and all that shit, white Jesus and shit, you really don't relate to that as well. It's a disconnect. It's a disconnect. The Quran clearly says we send a messenger to every nation speaking their own language. So who the fuck gonna talk this nigga shit then? Who gonna talk to niggas and show you motherfucking divine timing with timing and explanation of timing before the shit happened and after the shit? I only show you the shit after it happened so you can learn how to measure the shit for the future for yourself. That's the easy part after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Niggas done been established the shit before the fact. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, if I get a cosmic mandate, like back in the day, I used to send an email out and I used to be like, yo, emergency broadcast, nigga. If I say, yo, it's emergency, I need like stop what you're doing, yo, stop what the fuck you doing. Seriously. Stop what you're doing and let's go tap in. Because that means we didn't put a play together and it's time to send the motherfucking signal collectively. This signal got to be sent. You know what I'm saying? And all the work that we do you know next month it'll be 10 motherfucking years that we had the Toel Love Fund paying people's bills. You know what I'm saying? Like you, Nikki Love probably was in it at one time. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. 10 years. 10 fucking years next month. We've been pitching in collectively, private group of us, helping people pay their bills. 10 years next month. 10, 120 months, 10 years, a decade, right? And not one time ever have you heard in those 10 years, I gave my money and them niggas ain't never paid my bills when it was my turn to get helped out. You ain't never heard no shit like that. Never. In 10 years, man. All right. I remember this one dude said on Twitter, he called me the treasurer of the conscious community. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then it dawned on me, like, oh shit, that nigga saw some shit within myself that I wasn't even seeing in. Because when he said that shit, I wasn't even fucking with real estate and shit like that and doing private ventures with people. You know what I'm saying? We had the love fund. You know what I'm saying? Ernest in the motherfucking love fund, he here. He in there 10 years. So those of you that's new, like you see people testifying in the chat room, 10 years we've been helping people pay their motherfucking bills, man, with no hiccups. You know what I'm saying? I actually want to scrap it though. I want to graduate and go to something else. It's a nice gesture. But I kind of don't like it in a sense because it is based upon I want people to at least get their money back, and if somebody's not participating, you know what I mean, for whatever purpose, then when the shit turned, then you may not, you know, the payout may not reflect. It's kind of like an insurance plan and shit. Ain't none of that su shit. You bring in new people all the time, and ain't none of that shit. It's just a real basic concept. We all pitch in and we help each other on a consistent basis. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? 10 years, man. For real. We're gonna celebrate that shit next month. Shows. All right. And so with that said, man, I appreciate you, man. Subscribe, you know what I mean? Do that homework assignment, man. And I may see y'all tomorrow, you know what I mean? A little early or something, man. So, you know, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you need me, man, get at me. All right, because the truth shall set you free. Because I'm about to start calling out some names. God damn it. If I say come on, come on. All right. All right, man. I get at y'all. Peace.